live. Let's have a look. If you're coming in, give me a hello on this Sunday morning where we were promised snow, but it was taken away from us. Anyway, if you didn't know, we're doing a 5-day free Kickstart on Monday the 15th of February. 5 days of coaching, 5 tasks, 5 short workouts that you can just put in your day, take no more than 15 minutes a day. And one of the ladies who signed up yesterday, she messaged me and said, right, I'm going to give this a go, Matt, but I'm rubbish at planning and I have no motivation. And I was like, great. Morning, Stella. I was like, great. This is brilliant. This is exactly why we're doing it. Because remember this, firstly, on day one, we go through something that we call the self-awareness wheel, if you like. So we look at where you're at now. And although it seems obvious, no one does this. And this is the first part of making a plan, because if you don't know where you're at, and I'll give you an example here, you might be able to see this. If you don't know where you're at now, in terms of your food, your fitness, your self-care, if you don't know where you're at now, how do you know where you need to focus on? How do you know where you need to go? And although, even if you have a pretty rubbish plan, it's better than being aimless, because even if you have a bit of a rubbish plan, you know where you've gone off a bit. And when you know where you've gone off a bit, that's where you get the answers. Like, we're doing an accountability challenge at the moment with the ladies in our private support group for our Kickstart and Fit for Life program. And the amazing thing about it is when the ladies hit obstacles in that, they say, I only hit 2 of my habits today, or I only hit none of my habits today. I didn't hit any. That's when they get the biggest breakthrough. It's like the more zeros out of 3 you can get, the more failures you can get, the more of a breakthrough you get. And if you're hitting 3 out of 3, great. But if not, great, because you're about to get a breakthrough because you know where you're at and where you went wrong. Even if your plan's pretty rubbish, you've got a better idea, and it's better if you were aimless. So we need to get out of that perfection mindset, because it's the perfection mindset that means we stay still, if anything, actually go backwards. And then we do anything to get to where we are once were, or where we are now, because we've gone so far away, because we're waiting for that perfect time. When actually we can always change the plan. We can always get better at planning along the way. And on the topic of perfection, Juanita, one of the ladies in our Kickstart program, she messaged yesterday, and I'll read it out actually, so I butcher the quote, as the saying goes. Morning, Debbie, as the saying goes. So here's what she said. She said, just done a Beat Fit session. That's one of the exercise sessions. Despite not really feeling it today, after a busy day. You know, who can vouch for that? I could put my hand up many times for that. And guess what? Feeling more energized now works every time. My lesson learned today, don't wait until you feel you're up to doing it. Just do it, and you'll most likely feel up to doing it then. And that couldn't be much truer, if that's the word. Because sometimes we think we need motivation to do it, but actually we need to do it to get motivation. And if you don't believe me, just try it. What if you didn't need motivation to actually do it? And that we were just led to believe that all along, and then we got to the end of our lives and we were like, damn it, I needed to create the motivation to do the things that allow me to do the things I want to do. And then you've got to dig and attach it to that emotional thing that you really want. Whether that's, like Kate said the other week, who's 3 stone down, about her grandkids, getting on the floor of her grandkids, can't wait to spend more time with them when things get normal again. All those things, whatever's an important thing, you've got to attach that, the value. Why is it important? By the way, I've put the link to the 5-day free Kickstart on the 15th in the above section. Stella will write down my current habits today and look at what you said the other day about choice and impact. See if I can reach the self-sabotage I seem to be doing. I have every day to change. My blood test, type 2 diabetes, high. Just do it. Yeah, stop. I have to stop procrastinating. That's a big word, early morning for me. Yeah, just do it anyway. Even if it's 1 minute, even if it's not perfect, like I said, because you can always change it later. Just get started. That's the hardest part. Then you're just building momentum then. And like I said about what's the point the other day, every time you're saying what's the point, Stella, they're adding up. And now I'm pretty sure, if you were to add up all the what's the points, you would have one big point right now. So don't forget that. They are gone though. Just don't miss any points now. I'll give you an example. I've got this band on the floor, and I think half the battle is setting your environment. So I've got this band on the floor there, and what I do is every time I walk past it, at the moment, I'm just doing the odd set. I'll throw in how often the kids want to jump, and then I catch them, and then I throw them in the air. And that's an extra few sets. Throughout the day, I've got a good workout in. It's not perfect, but I've got it in, and that adds up through the day. By the end of the day, I might have done like 10 sets on there. If you tell me to do 10 sets now, I'll go, I haven't got time, I've got to do this, got to do that, got to do that. Anyway, bit like the washing, isn't it? When you let it go and fill up, it's like, such a long, big job now, where you keep on top of it, it's a bit easier to manage. Little one a day, it doesn't take long. Otherwise you spend the whole day, what did you do today? I got through all the washing. It's like, I took a whole day. Anyway, I won't speak about that too much, otherwise Mrs. Fruci will be like, well, you could do it more, couldn't you? Anyway, that's one for another day. I actually put the tumble dryer on just now. That's why it's in my head. That's a point for me, isn't it? That is a point for me. Anyway, any questions, let me know. If you want to join us in the free 5-day Kickstart, link above. If you know anyone who may benefit from it, send them that link. It's completely free, 5 days. Hope to see you there. Keep on top of it. That's a good analogy. Yeah. Think of the washing machine. Live longer with cow gone. Don't know where that came from. Anyway, speak soon. Any questions? Let me know. Have a lovely Sunday. Okay.